Yeah. You got it.
Same time. Look at that. Coordinated effort.
We're not going to do this dinghy thing again, though.
Why not?
We got to get a much bigger boat. I keep telling you.
Oh, come on,
They
Ed.
never catch any fish.
This is great.
How many times have you been on it? 4
I
times
know.
now.
Too many times.
Too many
Well,
times.
look at all the fun time we're having together, isn't it?
Yeah, we're having fun, but you know, we could die in this thing. Where's the life preserver?
Oh, this is all part of our safety program, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, this is Head Harvester Bill Orman from the West Coast.
And Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
Now, our topic today is take a hike.
Yeah.
You know what it really is about? Great walkthroughs with your customer. You know, one of the touch points with a customer is having a walkthrough and an inspection of the job and see how you're doing. So we're going to give you some tips on how to have a great walkthrough. Now, there's basically 3 steps to having a successful walkthrough. Step number 1 is preparation, 2 is presentation, and 3 is the follow-up. So let's start off with step number 1, preparation. Here's what you need to do. Visit the job site to assess the current conditions before you have the walkthrough.
That's really a good idea.
How do you like that one?
Yeah.
Check with your team and get input with the site conditions, the work schedule, and the client status. Boy, your team usually knows what's going on, and they can give you a lot of great information. Now, really important here, make sure the crews and the team are aware of the walkthrough as far in advance as possible. So that's preparation. Those are 3 good tips.
Otherwise,
right
you could be really embarrassed.
be very embarrassing.
Oh yeah, not good at all. Another one would be to review the job file. Some companies have a job file, and then any complaints or any work orders that are not done yet, they're all there, so they could find it. And that way, you know, it's really handy, and they're really on top of things. Also, you want to find out when the contract's going to be renewed.
Yeah.
That's a key item.
Strategy.
And of course, you want to know if you're making any money. Check out your job cost. If you're doing a job cost on these jobs, see if you're making any money on the job. That would be key. And lastly, see what the receivable status is. In other words, do they owe you money? We just covered that not too long ago about receivables. We want to make sure you're getting your money. Show me the money, right?
Yeah, you bet. So that's all part of preparation. So
Right.
now step number 2 is presentation. Now during the walkthrough, let's talk about a couple things. You want to verify the items from the last walkthrough have been completed successfully and satisfactorily to your customer's level, right?
Action items, yeah.
Now during the walkthrough, if there's any quality defects and they're encountered right there in front of the customer, it's okay. Acknowledge them and make notations, okay? Let's do a couple more things. Take good notes with locations and approximate hours needed to complete the task that we're discovering along the walkthrough. So take good notes.
Let them take pictures now,
Yeah,
too.
you can use your iPad, take
Yeah.
some pictures with that.
Yeah.
You bet. And I think here's one of the most important things during the presentation, during the walkthrough. Listen. Listen carefully to what the client is saying. Even maybe it's verbally or not so verbally. You know, how they motion and how they nod and how they look at you and how they're looking at that. Okay, so listen to what the client is saying and find out what their needs are, find out what their pains are, and find out how you're going to solve those.
That's awesome. Now, the walkthrough's over now, okay? So at the end of the walkthrough, there's some steps you should really take to make it a successful walkthrough. And the first thing would be, as soon as you can, you know, summarize the points that were covered in the walkthrough with the manager. And I think that's really, really key. Also, you want to review any pending work that you may have going so that you can give him an idea on the schedule that you've got.
Or maybe you even have a proposal that you've given before. You want to check in and maybe sell it right there.
That they haven't approved, yeah.
Yeah, a pending proposal.
If they haven't done that, then you should go back and do that. And always ask, are you completely satisfied? I don't know if you realize, but lately I've noticed a lot of hotels and restaurants have been asking, are you completely satisfied with everything? And then you want to try to get an honest answer, and if they're not, make sure they are. Take care of it.
Okay, so he's talked. Step number 1 is preparation.
Right.
Step number 2 is presentation. Step number 3 is follow-up. Now this is pretty important, right?
The biggest.
Follow-up is key here, and here's some tips. Answer the client's questions, and usually they'll boil down as simple as this. They want to know what's going to get done,
Right.
when is it going to get done, how much is it going to cost me if it's an extra, right? So
Right.
you want to answer those questions pretty quickly and in writing. Provide a written follow-up, and we like to do it in 5 days at the max or less. Harvester Ed was saying a little earlier, he'd like to see it in 48 hours.
Yeah,
So I think 2 to 5 days on the outside. You know, if you think this is a great idea, you may want to refer to our academy just click below. For $10, you can try it out. There's plenty more good ideas where that came from. It's Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast.
And Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
We'll see you real soon.
I just hope we can catch some fish. You
Let's
know,
get paddling. Come on, there's more
I'm
fish
going
out
to
there.
a fish store later because we're not catching any
Come on,
fish
Harvester
this way.
Ed. Come on, let's go more fish. There's more fish to be had out there.
All
Come on.
right, we'll go
Keep
back
paddling.
out
Come
again.
on.
All right, come on.
Which way are you going?
I'm going this way.
Okay, well, then let's go that way then.
All right, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa!
Keep paddling.
whoa.
Paddle and a stroke.
I'm trying.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Come on, the fish are waiting for us, Harvester
Okay.
Ed.
All right.
Come on, a little harder on that.